All right, shalom, shalom. This is Arya Ben Yasharallah, the Iron Lions in camp. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Father and to the Son in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kudash, Ma'amath. A double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. A double honor to my elder apostle as well, Ahar one Ben Yasharallah, the bishop as well of Lions Den Camp, Chanaksan Ben Yasharallah, and a sincere Thawada sincere Thawada and Shalom to the Akim, the Akwathim and the Bunyim, the brothers, the sisters and the children who are pushing truth and believe with sincerity. Brother sent this to me on Instagram, Brother Arakah. 9 rules to survive a grid down America. All right, so any store is a war zone by hour 2. Grid failure turns every grocery store into a combat zone within 2 hours. The food already in your home is safer than going out. Wow. Slacky. Oh, that's 2. All right, so verify every uniform, trust 0. By hour 72 of grid collapse, looters strip authority gear from abandoned vehicles. A badge is now a weapon, not a shield. All right. You have 45 minutes of water. Municipal pumps stop the instant the grid dies. Residual pump pressure lasts under 45 minutes. Fill every container now. Number 5, a running generator is a robbery invite. One humming generator in a blacked out neighborhood marks your house as the richest target on the block. Muffle it or lose everything. And this is the one when I saw it, the inspiration of this lesson right here came about. It says 1 candle marks you from 2 miles away. Light discipline is the best rule of survival. A single flame visible in a dark building advertises supplies to everyone within range. It says marks you from 2 miles away. I'm gonna keep going. Your bank account instantly hits 0. Every digital dollar vanishes the moment servers lose power. The new currency is antibiotics, water filters, and fuel. Every car built after 1990 is already dead. The EMP fries every microchip in every model vehicle instantly. Any car built after 1990 never starts again. You are walking. You are walking out, Salakia. Stay 3 miles from every highway. Main road become ambush corridors within 24 hours. Travel via rail lines, power line cuts, and by power line cuts they mean the power lines, like the towers themselves that hold the lines. You will walk those power line cuts, like they've cutting through the forest, and dense tree lines to stay invisible. Sewage backup kills before starvation does. Waste systems fail within 48 hours of grid loss. Airborne bacteria from backed up sewage causes cholera faster than hunger does. All right, and then that's the end of it. But I'm gonna go to the one that spawned this right here, this candle. All right, 1 candle marks you from 2 miles away. All right, light discipline is the first rule of survival. A single flame visible in a dark building advertises supplies to everyone within range. And the first scripture that popped up in my head, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Right. I was thinking about individuals who have light, i.e. the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, even more so the hopeful elect of our nation. All right. We have light within us from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And people can see that from far away. That's why when we go into places, people act weird, or we might just change the entire atmosphere of the whole entire place that we walk into. All right. The more and more the more and more we're given knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the brighter and brighter our light gets, our spiritual light gets. Okay. Verse 15, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and giveth light unto all that are in the house. Right. So, in this instance, this is carnal. You don't want to alert anybody that you have, supplies or, candles, stuff like that. But the Lord tells us with the internal candle, with our internal light. All right. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick. So we have to let our light so shine before men. I think, matter of fact, I think that's in here. Neither do men put a con. Let your light shine. Verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Right. So we have to put our light on display, and our light is our walk in this faith. All right. I was just talking to I went to a thrift store, and the lady, I'm kind of cool with her, and we just be talking, having conversations and shit. And we were conversing yesterday, and she was talking about how she's happy that the lady, some senator lady that she voted for, was like she got elected. And she was like, that just, it just takes away, a lot of my stress. So I'm feeling really good. And she literally said, I have faith in her. And she would just talk about how, it's so important to vote. Her husband, he had went to prison. He was a felon, and felons aren't able to vote. But there's some type of legality to it, to where pretty much you got to pay money to register back to vote if you're a felon. So I think she said they dropped like 200 to so that way he can vote. And then she said she was getting on her son and his girlfriend about going out to vote. She was like, young people, and it's just like, but people really still got their hope, and she really has her hope and her faith in this establishment of America, okay, in this establishment of Babylon. All right, and that's why when go back to the first one, matter of fact, make sure I'm still recording. This is gonna happen. 9 rules to survive a grid down America. This is gonna happen. This is about to happen. This isn't just a post. This isn't just a, people just see it as a post, but this is about to happen. All right. Stores are about to become war zones. Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, wherever you shop at, is going to become a war zone. All right, you're gonna have to have circumspect. You're gonna have to have discernment out here. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. This is Hebrews chapter 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. And we know that word heart in the Hebrew goes back to la'ab, which means your mind. So, going in reference to the slide that was on Instagram, verify people. Don't just immediately go about them. And then that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given us the gift of, the power of, is discernment. Are using the word of Yahweh, which is powerful and quick, sharp, piercing, dividing, okay, and a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. It's funny. What's the name? Was at camp, and I think it was either before or after. The elder, he had like 3 objects on a bench, and he's like, "Which one I'm finna pick up?" One of the Akim, we all said something, and then he picked up one. He's like, "Oh yeah, he was right." All right, boom, he did it again. He's like, "Oh yeah, he was right," But he was just saying, like, we are on the same wavelength. Like we are on the same wavelength. We have like a low form of telepathy almost. The way we were locked in. But even more so using that outwardly to discern the thoughts. And is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So it's on just a regular detached human, well lowly, I should say. A 2/3 or a heathen, you could immediately see where their mind is at. All right, if they're trying to pretend like they good, we'll be able to see that. Lord willing, we'll be able to see that. But that's the power that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given us. All right. It says you have 45 minutes of water. Now, this part, Yahweh is going to provide ultimately. So when as far as like supplies, Yahweh ultimately is going to survive. That's why I'm not too worried about stocking up on stuff, because it seems like me personally, when I do pre-plan or prep for something, you know, it never goes the way you plan and prep. So it's just like, well, just keep just keep your wits about you, you know, keep your discernment, and then supplies will come via the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hope and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just like I think it was Elijah, he was fed during the famine via crows. With an example like that, I'm Gucci, bro. I'm just gonna keep looking up at the birds. Like, you got a burger, all right, you know. But and this one is wisdom itself. A running generator is a robbery invite. People can hear that, oh, you have power, and people are going to see that we have power via the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not just, well, we do have spiritual power in the sense of, you know, having discernment, having wisdom and knowledge and understanding, but, you know, Lord willing, we have that outward manifestation of physical of spiritual power, you know. And then, like I said, this is the one. And matter of fact, let me continue with my verse. All right, this is Matthew chapter 5. I'm gonna start back at 16. Okay. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven, right? And that's ultimately what we want. We want Yahweh Shem Yahushua to see our good works, to see that we're trying our best to please him, all right, and uplift him, all right, and glorify him, and ultimately so that we can be one of the elect. That's the primary target. That's the finish line, is to be one of the elect. All right, to not only be an Israelite. All right, and that's what a lot of Israelites just want to be. They just want to be Israelites. All right, they don't want to be the elect. All right, and the elect are given a beautiful gift of not seeing death after this kingdom passes. After this kingdom passes. Verse 17, think not that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but fulfill. Right. So the law isn't destroyed, Christians. All right. The prophets aren't destroyed, Christians, and every other false and vain philosophy. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So not only did the Lord, you know, fulfill the law and prophesy as well, you know, but we are also doing that. All right, we're not doing it fully, you know, but we are doing our best to fulfill the law, and we're doing our best to be prophets as well. You know, I'm not doing our best, but 100% prophecy as far as prophesying. You know, we can do that 100% with the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But as far as the fulfillment of the law, you know, we're mortals, you know, do it to the best of our ability. Verse 18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Right, till all be fulfilled. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to judge this place, Babylon, aka Rome, aka Greece, aka Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, with a righteous and vehement destruction. All right. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know, thus saith the Lord, and we have to make sure that we're doing our best in these times. You know, even though all the prophecies are kicking off right now, but at the same time, we still have a lot of leisure to be secluded and in solitude with the Lord, and really allow him to deal with us and mold us into the characters he wants us to be. And we have to have hope, and we have to have faith, and we pray to the Lord that the characters that he wants us to be is the elect. So I pray and hope that this lesson was edifying. Shalom.